Jen. Wanted to give you this quick little video of Miss Ruby. We are out in my front yard doing some focus work. We've got my dog out here is being a distraction, and then Miss Ruby, of course. So we're doing some e-collar teaching as well. So what we're doing with the e-collar is when she gets distracted, like she is a little bit right there, good girl, I go away from her and I push my e-collar button. And she's at a level that I know she can work at. She's working on a 5, which, like you know, and like what I said before, it's very, very low. They're very, very sensitive to it. I promise it does go up to 100. So I'm not using it on there right now on her, so I'm just showing you kind of what those levels look like, and that she's working on a 5, which is, I can't feel it until like a 13 on my hand. But yeah, that's the level that she's working at, and we're working for her breakfast. So what we're doing, come on Ribs, is when she gets a little distracted from me, I don't care too much about position, like a really good heel or anything like that. Right now I just want to teach her what the e-collar means, and that when she feels it, she turns it off and it goes away by her following me and paying attention to me. And that's one of the biggest concepts that I want to get across to another dog, or to any dog, because then I become the most important thing in the world. It's not rocks are most important, it's not other dogs, other people. It's all you have to do is focus on me, and we get a lot of really good, good girl, a lot of really good focus and a better state of mind when that happens. I know. Good girl, come on, Ruby. Good. So right there on that one, when you saw her, she kind of jumped a little bit. That was a little bit too high, and so that 5, I'm going to go down to a 4 on that, because that tells me that that level is too much for her. She can't think at that level. It was a little bit just too much, and so we're still kind of playing around with that level and finding the right one. Good girl! And so I'm not going to keep it at a level that's too much for her. But on the other end of the spectrum, if that 4 becomes not meaningful to her, or that 5 isn't quite enough, because as she gets excited, you know, she gets excited to be home, she sees something really exciting, like those rocks that we're going to go get today, or another dog that's running around and being silly, she doesn't care about him too much, which is good. Then you might have to go up on that e-collar level, and that's totally okay. Good job, Rubes. So I know you can't really see my timing with this right now, but hopefully you can tell I'm kind of walking around. So right there, push the button. Good girl. She wanted to go and sniff that frisbee, but I kept walking, and as I went away from her and she didn't quite start to follow me, I pushed that button down, and as soon as she turns and looks at me, good girl, she gets a good girl and a reward right here, and she gets all the way back to me. Oh, Ruby. So yeah, she's doing really awesome. She's super fun. I love her. She's very, very sweet. She slept in the crate totally fine last night. She's getting along with the other dogs. So yeah, and I've only had her out with my dog here because he doesn't care about other dogs. He just wants his frisbee because he's silly. Good job, Ruby. Ruby, sit. Very nice. We were working on some place or go to bed in the house last night, like I showed you. Okay. And I'll kind of get you another video in the next couple days to tell you how we work through that. Ruby. Good girl, very nice. So yeah, hopefully you have a good weekend, and I know it's hard to not have her there, but I hope you have a good weekend and you don't miss her too much, okay? Good girl, Rubes.